interest has to do with banking. That's an activity that we all do. We all have to go to the bank, and particularly people on fixed incomes. There are a lot of things that you need to know in terms of how you can protect your assets, how you can prevent criminal activity, how you can prevent, unfortunately, sometimes we have family members who are not quite what they should do. Sometimes you unfortunately have to protect yourself against people who might want to take advantage of your situation. And again, some of those there are often or sometimes people who are close to you. But there are things that you can do in the way that you structure your bank accounts that can protect you. What we will do in our podcast on banking is we'll actually talk to people who work every day in the banking industry. They can give you real life experiences, tell you things that have happened and how they could have been avoided, and explain to you the procedures so that you can set up your account and how you can specialize elements of your account to protect you. And maybe if you decide that you want to have people to help you with your banking activity, tell you how to select that individual and how to set that individual up legally so that they can perhaps help you with transactions that can make your life easier. Again, what we want to do is give you independence, but on the other hand, we want you to be able to protect yourself. Our goal is to compensate for all of the, the extra activity that when we were younger we used to go to the bank. We used to do a lot of things, but we don't do as many things now for a lot of good reasons. Number one, we found out you don't have to do a lot of these things. But we also don't have the energy, and the energy that we do have, we want to use for areas that provide our entertainment, our comfort, our recreation, just things that make life, enhance our quality of life. Quality of life is what we focus on now. We want high quality, and we want to be smart with our energy. We want to be smart with our efforts. We want to work smarter, not harder. We talked briefly about security. There are certain things that you have to do to protect yourself against intrusions from outsiders. There are all kind of alarm systems out now that actually accommodate those. For example, companies like Infinity give you 24-hour monitoring, and they can actually put cameras in your house and they can monitor all the activity, as well as people who come to your door or try to enter into your premises. There are ways that you have to learn how to do that because you still want privacy. And I guess you have to schedule your camera monitoring time so that when you're preparing for bed or you're in intimate situations, that's not on camera. There are some people who, like your bathroom areas probably aren't going to be televised areas, so that if you need privacy, you have that privacy. There are also some companies that monitor your activity. In other words, they know your routines, and they have detectors. They know what time you normally get up, you prepare, you go to the bathroom, you go to the kitchen. They monitor all of that human activity that normally occurs in your life. And what they do is when the computer program tells them that your activity is changing, they can call that to your attention and say, hey, look, we notice you're not doing this as much as you used to. Is there a reason? Is there a physical reason, or is it just something that you're doing different? A lot of times, I know we want to stay independent and we think we know all the answers, but sometimes it helps to have other people help watching us. Sometimes they see things we don't see. We're going to have a podcast that talks about how do you take care of yourself in terms of your relationship with your doctor. I know I don't go as much as I should. I promise to get better, and I'm going to keep you posted on my progress. And I guess because as you get older, you're used to listening to your body, and I guess in many ways you think you know more than a doctor. And there are probably sometimes you're going to be right. Maybe you do. Some things that you do know better than a doctor who only sees you once or twice a year. But I guess what we need to do is make sure that on a regular basis that you check your vitals. Now, so that's something you can also do at home, like your blood pressure. That should be monitored. Now, there are applications, there are wristbands and watches now that will do that for you, that will check your heart rate, your blood rate. And, you know, we can get that information on a regular basis to your physicians. As a matter of fact, there are some softwares that actually send that information to your doctor. So that the doctor can just kind of look at your chart and he knows where you are, he or she knows where you are real time. They have smart clothes now actually that actually monitor all of your vital statistics. Your shirt's actually your doctor. It's measuring everything that you do, and it sends that information to your physician. They have smart beds that do the same thing. While you're sleeping, it's doing a physical exam on you. So there's a lot of technology, and some of that technology is not really that expensive. But we're going to explore that, and we're going to talk to people in those industries that do that every day so that we can give you expert advice and kind of let you know just what's out there. A lot of times, you know, we do it if we knew about it. So my job, or the job of Mid-America Institute, is to make you aware of it and help you make those kinds of decisions. We're going to do extensive legal interviews because there are a lot of things that as we get older we need to know. We need to understand what a living will is. A living will, for example, if you go to the hospital, what do you want the doctor to, what can the doctor do or not do? You know, what are your wishes? Because a lot of times we assume that people around us know what we would like, but that's not always the case. Or maybe that person is not available when you need them at that moment. So you need to set up a living will. There are land trusts, for example, and land trusts, there are ways to put your property and estate in a legal format that protects you, so people can't sue you and take it, and you can make sure that it goes to the people you want it to go to. The worst thing that you can do is to not have a will and find yourself incapacitated, or ultimately if we pass on and we don't make the proper arrangements, and so our assets wind up in probate court, where you got somebody that doesn't have a physical connection to you or your family making those decisions. And a lot of people have lost assets just because they didn't make the right decisions, or they didn't set it up with the correct legal instruments. So, you know, I look forward to developing these podcasts and putting them on YouTube. We're going to create a channel where you can pick the subject matter that you're interested in for that time, that day, and we're going to move on. Well, we got enough to work with.